Hi, I'm Gail.
And hi, I'm Catherine. Welcome to Women Over 70, Aging Reimagined, our award-winning weekly podcast. Please visit womenover70.com and join Aging Reimagined Circle. One of the benefits of membership is free participation in our online monthly programs.
Okay, and today we have Carol Schaner, who is 86, who has lived in Wilmette, Illinois for 56 years. She and her future husband spent summers at Union Pier with their families while in high school. At 15, I think that was grammar school. At 15, as her parents were driving to their cottage, Carol saw a young man standing outside the bowling alley. She asked to be let out and went up to him, and that is how she met Bernard Schaner. He was 16. Immediately, they were smitten, and they were married for 60 years until he died in 2018. 37 years ago, Carol and Bernie bought the Yellowbird gift shop in Wilmette, Illinois. Until recently, it was in Plaza del Lago, a well-known shopping mall there. And Bernie saw it as an investment for their daughter, who was working for the original owner and who had decided to sell. Cindy, their daughter, asked her parents to buy it so she could continue working and managing the store. And so they did. Carol and Bernie were involved until he died. Carol is still the buyer, decor manager, and customer service manager. She loves working with customers, and her presence is important to their success. Recently, the lease was canceled due to the new owners of the shopping center. Carol wasn't even phased and soon recreated Yellowbird in a new location on Wilmette Avenue in Wilmette. Carol has many interests. Book clubs that concentrate on fiction, family, multiple Jewish causes. In fact, Carol and I met when we were both involved in National Council of Jewish Women, raising our children. She also travels extensively to exotic places. So, Carol, welcome to Women Over 70, Aging Reimagined. I just am thrilled to have you on our show. And I love the fact that you and Bernie met when you were so young. And tell me, were you in Union Pier when you were in high school or you were in grammar school?
I was in Union Pier from the day I was born.
Really?
Every summer, my parents loved to go away from the city where it was hot and to Union Pier where it was nice and cool. And I grew to love it and have always had family who owned places up there and enjoy going there every summer. And I'm going this summer for 2 weeks and bringing my grandchildren.
So is it true that that's how you and Bernie met?
It's absolutely true. He was standing on the steps of the bowling alley, and I insisted that my parents let me off immediately, and he looked so cute. And I went inside with him, and we worked the pinball machines together, and I started a conversation, and he responded, and from there on, we were inseparable. We did many fun things in Union Pier. We went up to St. Joe. We have a lot of friends there still, who I will visit this summer.
Oh, nice. That's very nice. And then how long before you were married?
We went together. I got married at 20, so 5 years.
5 years. Wow. So you both started college? And
yes.
Went through high school and started college?
University of Illinois, and I was a Phi Sig, and he was in the house right next door, AEI.
Next door. Did you arrange it that way?
Everybody in both the sorority and fraternity thought it was a riot. Yeah. So they made us co-captains of a co-ed baseball team. And because they thought we were so cute together. And we stayed on after the semester ended.
Yeah.
And I ended up running out between two parked cars and got hit by a car and ended up in the hospital.
Really?
But that's another story.
Yeah. Okay. So I know you and Bernie love to travel. And
yes,
you went to many exciting places. But How did that come about, that your love for travel, and what's memorable about that?
Well, we used to plan the trips ourselves, and then we hooked up with different travel agencies. And now I have a wonderful broker who arranges trips for me. And I'm planning a trip to either to Thailand, where I've never been, after Christmas with my children and grandchildren. So all of us together now travel.
Wow, that's tremendous.
Makes it special.
Yeah, for sure. And your son's a big help in all of that, isn't he?
Oh, my son is incredible. He lives in Chicago in Streeterville. He's an international arbitrator, and he's a very supportive person and very kind. And the kids get along with him, Uncle Larry. And it's all been, we have a very happy family relationship.
That's terrific. Yeah, that's just great. And I know. Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask Carol, other exotic places that you've traveled.
Morocco,
Thailand.
Oh yeah, I was just in. Last trip was Costa Rica. Before that, I was in Morocco, and then I was in Buenos Aires in South America. And I met Larry there, and we traveled all over the whole country down to Ushuaia. I've been to, of course, England. I've been to everywhere in Europe. I'm not running out of places to go because I am. On last trip also, we were in Japan right before Costa Rica, and that was very memorable. But there's lots of places left.
Oh, yes.
And the children have been with you on all those tours? All those?
No, only in the last 4 years. Before that, it was just Bernie and me.
That's wonderful. That's really great. And I know family and friends are so important to you, and
very much.
And you have this attitude about being very lucky and feeling very grateful all the time. And how do you think that came about? Where did that come from? Your feelings like that?
Well, I've lived so far fairly long. And I've seen a lot of changes in this world. And I feel blessed that it's calm in this country at the moment, more or less, I should say. And I just am happy to be here.
Yeah. It's not like your life with your children has been so easy all the years. You and I shared some of that when we were young. We don't have to talk about it now, but that's for sure, right? But you are you're always rising to the occasion and finding joy wherever you go.
Today is a day in point because they're all coming here for dinner because my nieces are coming from Brooklyn with their little kids. And another good time for family to be together and to see each other.
Right. Yeah.
And to even meet each other for the first time.
Right. Tell us a little bit about Yellowbird. How did that really come to be?
Well, Bernie wanted Cindy and me to have something to do, especially Cindy. She was like in her early 20s, and she had been managing a small Yellowbird. And as it turned out, Bernie found a spot in the store where he could hang out and sit at a desk and do his lawyer work. And we ended up being in this one location for 37 years. And just recently were evicted by a big corporation and have moved to this wonderful new location.
It is a beautiful location. I was just there. And yeah, it's really beautiful. But you didn't seem very fazed about it. I mean, you sort of knew it was coming, I guess. And you have wonderful help, don't you?
My help is that everyone's been with me over 20 years. And in fact, one of the nieces that is coming to see me today from Brooklyn stayed with me when she was 15, and she worked at the Yellowbird all those years ago. And of course, she wants to go back and see the new one, the new Yellowbird, the new and improved Yellowbird.
Right. And tell us a little bit about the store. What's in the store?
The store is a woman's store, basically, and it's a stationery store also. The only things we have for men are like maybe some books and socks. It's easy to give a man a pair of socks.
Yeah.
But the store has really nice, not expensive gifts, a lot of stationery gifts, pads and pens. And we do in-house printing also, which is a very big part of our business. So if you have a shower coming up or a casual wedding, we can print it for you. Or we have the books to look into formal wedding invitations, which we do all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's a very prosperous and involved business. Everyone there loves what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're still there.
And you have great jewelry.
Oh, yeah. Right. Your earrings and my earrings, too.
Yeah, so, right.
I need to make a trip.
Yep. Well, I'll have to go to the Yellowbird.
And it's right next to Banana, so you can have a good lunch.
It's true. So, Carol, you're 86, and you have no thoughts of stopping working at the Yellowbird or continuing to do all the things that you're doing. And can you tell us a little bit more about how you think about your own aging? What your
Well, I make sure that I go on the treadmill every day for just about 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. And I do some physical therapy to stay in shape. And I feel good as long as I feel good. And I feel up to it. I don't go in at the crack of dawn. I usually wander in around noon, but I stay till 5 and lock up. And I have no intention of retiring. They'll have to take me out feet first.
The best part is that you have this, you can work, you have this wonderful manager so you can get away and take trips. And
yes, my manager is incredible. She's been with me for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Laura.
Uh-huh. Right.
And my daughter works with me. That's a blessing. Mm-hmm. Cindy.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's wonderful. She picks out all the jewelry.
Oh. That's the jewelry. Okay. Good to know. That's great. And so still you've shown a lot of courage throughout your years. And, there's a lot that you've had to face and figure out and do. And your husband got ill. How long has he been gone?
8 years. It's unbelievable, but it's 8 years. He died of prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. And until the end, he was very active and involved, right?
Absolutely. He had a spot at the desk, one of the desks. People would write invitations. Everybody knew him. Bernie.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about some of these causes that you've had in your life, and I think recently, haven't you taken up puzzle?
Oh my goodness! I'm in the middle of a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's a challenge, and I love doing it. It's very relaxing. The minute I walk in the house after work, I go right to my dining room table where my puzzle is, and make sure that I start some work on it. Mm-hmm. And it's fun. I pick up, and we sell puzzles at the Yellowbird, so I have my choice.
Right.
And this puzzle is all pencils, all different pencils.
Oh my, that's gotta be hard.
Well, actually, it's not, because they're identifiable, and you can separate them. They're all different colors, and you have different names on them. It's adorable. I recommend puzzles.
Why do you like them?
Very relaxing, and it's a challenge. Your mind is totally focused on where you saw that last piece and where it's going to go. And it's very rewarding when you find it and finish the particular, in this case, pencil. I find it rewarding anyway.
Yeah.
And what do you do with them when you're finished?
That's a good question. I don't do what I should do. You can put them on a board or roll them up in a plastic tube, but I don't. I just put them back in the box. And there's going to be a big puzzle exchange in Wilmette, so I may attend that and trade in. So we'll see.
I thought maybe you put them back and resold them.
No, come on. I haven't stooped that low yet.
And you're an avid reader, as I understand.
Yes, I've always belonged to a book club. I've never not belonged, and it's always, almost always been a Jewish book club. And I belong at Temple Jeremiah, where sometimes I attend Friday night services, but I always am at the book club. And we take turns being leaders. At least once, maybe twice a year, I get to lead a book review.
Yeah, that's great.
Good. And it sends me to the library.
Right. And go ahead, Catherine.
I was just going to say that Gail mentioned that you have been involved in social causes as well. Did I hear that correctly?
Well, I make a lot of contributions. That's the extent of my involvement.
Okay.
And especially JUF and JNF. And I know someone at Misericordia. I usually pick charities where I know someone has that ailment or is there. There's usually a reason why I donate to a certain cause.
I see. Yeah.
Of course, prostate cancer, I'm a big donator to.
Yeah.
Understood.
Right. Well, I remember when we met through National Council of Jewish Women that, a lot of us met and became lifelong friends from that organization, which is interesting.
Yeah, Gail and I did a lot with legislation. And Sharon Zeit, I remember going to meet with some officials, elected officials, to try to promote some causes. That was very rewarding. It was a nice time of my life. I remember it fondly.
Right. We used to have Friday morning letter writing.
Yes.
And we would get together and write our legislators in whatever causes it was that we were pushing at that moment.
Yeah, Gail was the president of this group.
For a short time, I was. It's true. And yes, I loved the group too. I really did. Yeah. So what else can you tell us about what's in the future for you?
Hard to know. I will continue with everything that I'm involved with now. And I'm definitely open to new ideas. I always look around to see if there's anything interesting coming into the area. Wilmette sponsors a lot of things. We have the lakefront here, and I like to walk down in front of the beach along there, and there's a big fight over the fence. There's a fence problem. So it's something else to be involved with.
Do you have any thoughts about moving? You're still in your original home that you and Bernie bought after?
Yes, I think I've been here around 56 years, and I intend to stay here. Why not?
Why not?
Where would I go that I would like better? And besides, it's close to the Yellowbird. It's in the same town that Cindy lives in. So my grandchildren are close by. I have 3 of them, 2 boys and a girl. And it is not as easy to take care of a house as it gets older, but I'm very fortunate. I have a very good, well-built house. So it's not the grounds need care all the time. And today I'm going to go buy some new bushes, flowering.
Okay. Nice.
It's always something.
That keeps you active and busy too.
Yes, in addition to my jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. Well, this has been wonderful, Carol. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for doing all your research and asking such good questions.
Thank you.
And listeners, because of your loyalty, our numbers continue to grow. Still, we'd like to see more of you at our monthly online programs. So join Aging Reimagined Circle and participate for no charge, and make your voice heard and help us change the conversation about women aging.